I got started in the banking business by pure accident. I was going to school, and I had to have a job. I was working, playing drums in a rock and roll band, and we kind of broke up at the end of 1969. And I was doing something else in the summers, and I needed a job because it's the only way I could pay for my own school was by going to work. So I started as a part-time teller. Well, the only constant between this job and my banking job is that not every day is the same. I do different things all day long, and everything is completely different. But if I thought the banking business was highly regulated, you ain't seen nothing yet. The healthcare business, it's a lot more regulated, especially here at Jackson, where you got a public hospital, who's an academic teaching hospital, who has all kinds of different acuities and dealing with all kinds of different services. So we may have here the people checking out hospitals. You may have the teaching for graduate medical education in here. You may have tests for trauma. You may have tests for all kinds of different things. We have over probably in excess of 50 different regulators that deal with what we do here. So people talk about my most important achievement at Jackson, and it's hard for me to really quantify what that is. The reason was when I first got here in May of 2011, the place was losing around $80 million a year. It had had a $450 million loss over a 5-year period. It had 5 days in cash. Any regular business would have been bankrupt. Because we're a department of the county, that's what kept us alive. I was flying to Boston on business. The moment I landed at Boston, I got a voice message from Mark Rosenberg saying, "Call me as soon as you can." The last thing in my mind was the chamber. I'm thinking, okay, what happened now with FIU? Did we do something wrong? Mark is a friend, but obviously when you get a serious call like that, you wonder what. And the moment I called him, and he said, "We'd like you to accept it," I was speechless, and I mean speechless. And Mark laughed because he says, "That's the first time I've ever seen you speechless." Probably true. We got involved early in the Greater Miami Chamber, I'd say in the early 80s, with those big membership campaigns. They were a lot of fun at the time. We all made jokes out of the kickoff as to how we did it, dressed up, and had a lot of fun. But really what the Chamber did for us at that time, for me at that time, was an ability to really connect with a lot of people throughout the community, understand the needs and the wants and the relationships that you build with other members in those environments, whether it happens to be in those membership campaigns or in the after hours or the trustee lunches. The Chamber meant a lot to me. And then quickly through that environment, I got into running committees, and I believe it was in the mid-90s that I became chairman. It was a great time of my life. Actually, I was going through a lot of challenges because I was going through a divorce at the same time that I was also doing acquisitions for the bank. It was a busy time for the bank. Bill Cullum, as a matter of fact, didn't think I was going to be able to make it on time to everyone, and I made it. I was there every time, and I had a lot of fun being chair. But the first thing I said when I was becoming chair is the thing I look forward to is being past chair, which I've now been for a lot of years.